All right, you guys, welcome to class. My name is Teacher Chad. This hour we're going to be taking a look at TOEFL questions. I'll be going over some brief instruction on how to answer this question. I have a template that you'll be able to use as well, and we'll go through. We'll try and practice as many questions as we possibly can. So just as a brief introduction to this this question, I'll be sharing a document here. Hold on, my computer's freaking out. Okay, I'll be sharing a document, and I'm going to make it. We're not going to be able to write on it. I will probably be able to, but I can't have you guys because I don't want to have things moved around on it or anything like that. So I'll be sharing that in just 1 second. But let's see who we have in class so far. Hi there, Amparo. How are you?
Hi, teacher. Doing well, thank you.
Good, good. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you as well.
All right, Hogan. How are you?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. And how are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. Hogan, do you have work today?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What state are you in again?
I'm living in Los Angeles, California.
Okay. So it's earlier. Do you work from home or are you in the office?
In the morning I'm work from home, and in the afternoon I'm go to work.
Okay. There you go. Very good.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Mustafa, how are you?
I'm doing well, teacher. Thank you for asking.
Good. Good. Good to have you here. And Xiomara, is your microphone working? Nope. Okay. So it'll be you three in here practicing unless some others come in. All right. So give me 1 second, you guys. Okay. So now this is a link that you'll be able to you can copy all the information on there. I put some notes and whatnot, and you'll be able to see more or less regarding this question. Okay, and I also have some other things that are on there. And let's see here. Let me share my screen so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, here we go. Okie dokie. Okay. So with this question, okay, if you are unfamiliar with the TOEFL test, there are 6 questions. They're broken up into 3 different types. Okay. The questions, the first 2 questions are opinion questions. Okay. They're fairly similar in type and style. Okay, but you are asked a question. You'll then have 15 seconds to prepare your answer and 45 seconds to answer the question. Okay. With the question, we do have well, with each one of the questions that I go over with people and whatnot, you have notes. Okay, you have notes that you can take. Okay, so what I would do if I were you, okay, is have a sheet of paper for writing notes. Okay, it's extremely important that you do this so that you can properly answer the question. Okay, each question that you're asked, you're going to need to give your opinion of some sort. Okay, then you'll have a reason 1. Now notice here, they are not complete sentences. They're ideas. Ideas. That's the important part. So you write down some ideas. Typically, what I teach people is to write down between 3 and 5 words. If it's just 1 word, it's just 1 word. But write down something to help you remember what that reason is going to be. Okay? Same thing with reason 2. You'll always have 2 reasons. Okay? Now, this is the template that we go through. What is in green is what you want to say. Okay? And then I have some helps, okay, that are over on the side. So, in my view, I believe okay, for a couple of reasons. First, then you list what you say for reason number 1. Okay. Next, for example, Okay, this is the part that's the most complicated for people. When you give your example, okay, use maximum 2 sentences. In the sentence, okay, or in your sentences or with your example, you want to explain who, where, or when, okay, and I usually choose one or the other, and then I explain why it associates to my reason or my opinion. Okay, same thing with the question 2 or reason 2. Okay, I say second, then I list the reason. Then, for instance, okay, I wrote down here maximum 2 sentences again. Okay, you're going to say who, where, or when. Whenever I'm answering the question, I try and use my own examples. Okay, I try and use my own examples from my own life. Okay, and I'll give you an example in just 1 second. Okay, and then at the very end, okay, you say that's why, and you repeat something. You repeat a form of A. Okay, or that's why I believe that all students should be able to go to the university. Okay, whatever it may be. Okay, now if we're looking at the questions down here below, I have a couple of links. Okay, the first one is a link to about 200 questions. Amparo, you've seen this list before. It's not any different than what I was doing from before. Okay, the only thing that is different is this sheet. You haven't seen this sheet before, Amparo. We were working off of another one. This is a little bit more concise and precise. Okay, and then I have a stopwatch that's here. Okay, when you're practicing, okay, a lot of places say that you should practice with the clock counting down. Okay, you can do that. It's not that big of a deal. Some people say it is, others say it is not. Okay, I've heard it both ways. But we're going to practice with the clock counting down. Okay, and what I do typically is that I set up two watches. Okay, so we're going to set up one, okay, with 15 seconds. Okay, and you set it. Okay, and then we're going to set up another one counting down with 45 seconds. And you set it. Okay, and these are the ones that we'll be using. And depending on your internet speed, you guys, depending on your internet speed, this will work well for you. Okay, in some cases it might not work well for you. Just be patient. I'm not going to be 100% strict with everything. We are practicing online. Okay, we're going to do the best that we can. Okay, so if we have a question, this would be some typical questions here. Okay, so let's see here. Let me go to, for example, Amparo, can I have you read question number 1?
Okay. Some people believe that university students should be required to attend the classes. Others believe that going to classes should be optional for students. Which point of view do you agree with? Use specific reasons and details to explain your answer.
Okay, very good. Now, one important thing, you guys, when you are taking the test, is to realize that every question is pretty much organized in the same fashion. Okay, if you notice here, we get to this point, okay, and it's about the same in most questions. Use specific reasons, which one is better? Discuss these views and explain. Okay, if you come to these other ones, use specific reasons to support your answer. Okay, it's about the same with every ending. Okay, so start writing your answer before this ends. Okay, so if the person or the computer in this instance is reading it to you, some people believe that university students should be required to attend classes. Others believe that going to classes should be optional. Start writing. Okay, you're going to be given 2 opinions. Rarely you'll be given, there are rare times you'll be given 3 or 4. Okay, it's usually going to be 2. Okay, or you'll be asked a question. Like, what's your opinion of this? So at this point, this is when you start writing. What do you write? You might ask. Your opinion. So let's fill this out here. So Germán, okay, let's use your opinion here. So some people believe that university students should be required to attend classes. Others believe that going to classes should be optional. What's your opinion, Germán? Do you believe they should be required or they should not be required?
I think they should not be required because you are an adult. You
Right?
can
Just
take
your
your
opinion. Just your opinion. Okay, so we're going to
ah,
say should
okay.
not be required to go to class. Okay. All right. Very good. So that's our opinion. That's what we're going with. All right. So if we then go to okay, we need two reasons why. Hogan. Okay, we're going with, and it doesn't matter. You guys should be able to answer either side. Hogan, give me one reason why. Okay, it should be optional. Going to classes should be optional for students.
You can study at home without
Okay.
going to class.
All right. So I need 3 to 5 words. What should I put here?
You can study yourself.
Okay. Study by yourself. And what I'm going to put here is easy. Study by yourself, easy. Okay. No issues.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And let's see here. Who's my next person down the line? Mustafa, give me another reason why, okay, you should not be required to go to classes. Okay, it should be optional. What's another benefit to that?
Maybe not a benefit. Like as a university student, you are responsible for your choices, or you know the wrong and the correct and the right.
Okay, so with your reasons, you need to support this. Okay, so being responsible for your choices isn't necessarily a supporting reason. Okay, so you have to tell me because if I say, oh, why shouldn't you be required to go to class? Ah, because I'm responsible for my choices. You see how it doesn't answer the question?
Yeah.
So give me a reason. So if you told me, okay, you said, ha, Chad, I don't have to go to classes. Ha, eat it. I said, well, why? Why shouldn't you be required to go to classes, Mustafa? Give me a reason. Give me one good reason.
I don't know. Really. It's really hard to think about some reason right now.
Okay, that's all right.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
This is the hardest part. This is the hardest part. How about Ken? Ken, give me a reason. Give me a reason why.
Yes. Nowadays, not only teacher can prepare their online materials on the internet. So student can join such online communities for the class,
Okay.
substitutes for the class.
Okay, so what am I going to put here? I need 3 to 5 words that I can put for my reason, because I'm not going to put all that. That's too much. You only have 15 seconds.
Okay, online community instead of attending class. And join online community instead of substitute for online for the class.
Okay, so online. I would say online community, community and information.
Yes.
And info. Okay. Well, now I have my reasons to support it. Okay. So, and all of this has to be done in 15 seconds. So that's why I say, when you get to this point, okay, when you get to this point right here, that's when you start writing. It'll give you an extra 3 to 5 seconds, depending on how much needs to be said at the very end. Okay. So then, once you have 45 seconds to answer the question, okay, you can answer the question, okay? And it feels a little bit like this. In my view, I believe students should not be required to go to classes for a couple of reasons. First, you can study very easily by yourself. For example, when I went to the university, there were times when I didn't want to go to school because I knew what the material was, I could find it in the book, and I can study all by myself without the help of the teacher. Second, I was also able to find online communities and information. So for instance, if I needed help with something, I would go to the online community. I would find extra information there instead of having to go to class. That's why I believe we shouldn't be required to go to class. Okay? So when you answer it, 2 sentences. 2 sentences. When I was in school, okay, I love using that one. Okay? When I was in school, I decided not to go to class. Okay? Because I didn't like the teacher or for some reason like that. Okay, and when I was at home, I could find the information myself and learn all by myself without the use of the teacher. Okay. Second, okay, there are online communities and information. For instance, when I was at home and I needed the answer, okay, I would go to an online community, sentence one. There, they would be able to help me find information. Okay, they would send me emails or whatever you want to say, 2 sentences maximum. Okay, and then, okay, finish with, that's why I believe students should not be required to go to class. Okay, that's what we want to be able to do. Okay, all right, any questions so far? Nope. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this bad boy into the chat box. Okay. If you want, you can copy and paste it, put it someplace, have it in view, so that you can. Okay. There's for people who are watching. Okay, so that you can use it while we're going through the exercise. Okay. All right. Very good. Does someone want to go first? Nope. Nobody? Nobody wants to give it a try?
We're afraid.
Okay.
Okay.
Anybody? Amparo, you want to go first?
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. So let's see here. Okay. All right. The first round, we're not dealing with the 15 seconds. Okay. So I'm going to give you extra time. You can do that. We are going to be using this watch to think of ideas. Okay. So or to answer the question. Okay. So we're not doing the 15 seconds on the first round. We will do it on the next one. Okay. All right. So. All right, Amparo, here is your question. Okay. Do you agree or disagree with the following statement? With the help of technology, students nowadays can learn more information and learn it more quickly. Use specific reasons and examples to support your answer. And let me know when you're ready.
Okay.
Okay. All right. You have 45 seconds to answer. 3, 2, 1, go.
I agree that with the technology, the students can learn nowadays quickly than before. And the reason of my agreement is because you don't need now to spend wasted time going to the library or trying to find out information using newspapers or something that it was a waste of time. And using the internet, you can catch more because of the images, and they help you a lot. So that is why I agree that it's better, the technology nowadays than before.
Okay, that wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad. So you had a couple of reasons in there. That was nice. Let's see here. Your grammar was a little lacking. So for example, and I know you get nervous when you're doing it. Okay, one of the phrases here you said was, okay, you don't need now wasted time. Okay, so you don't need. Okay, yeah, you don't need now wasted time. Okay, so now you don't have to waste your time because we have technology. Instead of don't need now, okay, you can use that at the beginning or with the information, okay, with
you don't waste time nowadays.
You don't waste time nowadays. Yeah, you could say that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right, but yes, you had a couple of reasons. Okay, and I know this template can be a little confusing, but if you practice it, it will help you be able to answer the question.
Yeah, if I have the question in the chat, it would be better.
Oh, okay.
Because
you forgot the deal. Okay.
Yeah, the statement. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Very good. Okay, so we can do that. Okay.
Thank you.
Cool. All right. Does anybody want to go next?
I'll try that.
Okay. All right. So Hogan, let's see here. Okay. All right. Let me copy this bad boy. Okay. So here's your question. Do you agree or disagree with the following statement? Parents are the best teachers. Use specific reasons and examples to support your answer. Let me know when you're ready.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. All right. Okay, go ahead and start in 3, 2, 1, go.
In my opinion, I think parents are the best teachers. First, the parents have more experience than the child, so they can teach whatever they learn from their life to children. And second, the parents can all the time with the child, and they have spend a lot of time with children. So some other people, like friends and school teachers, may not be able to teach something, but parents can do. So that's why I think parents is the best teachers.
Okay. All right, good. So we came in under time. That was good. You had 2 reasons. Okay, you had 2 reasons.
Yes.
Your reasons were they can teach from experience from their life. That's what I got. And then they have more time. They have more time to spend with the children, right?
Yes, that's what I said.
Okay, good. So I would probably with the first one. So they can teach what they learn from their life. Okay, so I would probably give just a little bit more information there, for your example. Okay, so what I wrote down is parents can. What was your reason one more time that you said?
The first one is they have more experience than children, so they can
Okay.
teach whatever they learn from life.
Yeah, so they can teach whatever they want from the life. Okay, give me an example. Okay, so I would say parents have more experience than children. For example, okay, parents they've lived longer in this life, and they've gone through many more experiences. Like my parents, my dad taught me, for example, how to drive or something like that. Okay, you can add something else in there that kind of proves the point. Okay.
Some examples like.
Yeah. So because like what you did with the second one, you gave me a pretty good example. You said, they spend more time with the children, and so they'll have more opportunities to teach their children than teachers do.
Got
Okay.
it. Yeah, the first reason
one.
why. Yeah, the first reason why I answered very shortly in the first time because the time clicks. I thought I did not have enough time, but the later I knew that I have enough time, so that I said something more.
Okay. Yeah. With practice, you'll start to feel comfortable with that time. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Very cool. Good. All right. So clear. Good. All right. Okay. Anybody want to go next?
Okay.
Okay, Mustafa. All right. 1 second here.
Teacher, how much time I have to prepare?
Typically you have 15 seconds, but right now we're not using the 15 seconds. I just want you guys to relax. Okay? So you usually have 15 seconds, but I'm just letting you prepare, okay? And then tell me when you're ready, okay? I don't want you to take a minute, okay? But yeah, you'll have a little bit more than 15 seconds to do it. I'm not really paying attention to it right now, okay?
Okay.
Okay, let's see here. Okay, here's our question. Let me copy and paste this so that you have it in the chat box so you can refer back to it, okay? Okay, here we go. In the future, students may have the choice of studying at home by using technologies such as computers or television, or of studying at traditional schools. Which would you prefer? Use reasons and specific details to explain your choice.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So you have 45 seconds to answer. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
In my view, technology is one of the most important things nowadays, and study using technology and virtual school is one of the most important thing, I think. Um, for because like you don't spend a lot of effort, maybe you just sitting in your home and you don't have to go outside to the school. And the second reason, maybe you don't have to spend a lot of money, just maybe paying subscription for your internet, and you can enjoy and your class. And I think it's cool. I think.
Okay. All right. So, okay. So good things. Okay. You started off with an introduction. You did give me 2 points. Okay. But remember, we want to close if you can. Okay. That's why I believe technology. Okay. Or right here. So that's why I believe studying at home by the use of technology is the best option. Okay. So you
Okay.
want to close it up. Close it up there
Yeah.
at the very end. Okay. Now your introduction was a bit too long. Okay, it took you 20 seconds to state your introduction. Your introduction should really be about 7 seconds long. Okay, so by saying, in my view, okay, or instead of in my view, you could say, I would prefer. Okay, I would prefer to study at home using technology for a couple of reasons. That's it. That's your introduction. Now you have more time. Okay, now you have more time to state the other things. Okay, so there isn't a reason to say, I feel that it is the most important, blah, da, 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 da. Okay, there isn't a reason to do that. Okay, the most important part of your answer is getting to your reasons and explaining your reasons. Okay, so your introduction should be about 7, maybe 10 seconds long. So I would prefer to study at home using technology for a couple of reasons. First, I would be able to stay at home. It's more comfortable. Okay, that's your first reason. Okay, now with your reasons, be clear with it, because your 2 reasons were stay at home and save money. That's what I understood.
Yeah.
Okay, so first, okay, I would be able to stay at home, and that's more comfortable. For example, okay, if I had to go to a traditional school, I have to get ready for school in the morning, brush my teeth, take food with me, all this stuff. But if I say stay home, I could be in my pajamas. It's like right now as a teacher. Okay, I'm not wearing shoes. I don't wear shoes all day long, you guys. I hate shoes. Okay, so those types of things. That's how you want to compare it. Okay, so if I had to do this, then this would happen. But if I stay home, okay, I'm more comfortable. I can stay in my pajamas all day. Second, I would save money. Okay, if I had to go to school, I had to pay for the taxi or for the bus or for the car, for the gas, for the books and everything. But if I stay home, I don't have to pay for transportation. I can stay at home and then get the books and things like that online, saving me money. That's why I would prefer to stay at home and study using technology. Okay, so give me good reasons. Give me good reasons when you're answering the question. Okay, you split it into 2 parts. Okay, so notice what I was doing there, you guys. Okay, I like to use who. Okay, who or where. So if I go to school, okay, this is what I have to do. Okay, the next part of my question or the next part of my example is, okay, but if I stay at home, okay, now I'm explaining why this works. If I stay at home, okay, I can stay in my pajamas and be more comfortable, eat whenever I want to eat. Okay, same thing with the second example. Okay, so that's what you want to do. Okay, split your examples into two sentences. Okay, it'll help you get through and explain it just a little bit easier. Okay.
Okay.
All right, very good. Let's see here. The only one that's left, we have, let's see, come on. Okay, Ken?
Yes.
All right, did you want to go?
Yes.
Okay, all right, let's see here, Ken. Let's go to, okay, this is your question here. Okay, so when people succeed, it is because of hard work. Luck has nothing to do with it. Do you agree or disagree with the quotation above? Use specific reasons and examples to explain your position. Okay? Think of 2 reasons and then tell me when you're ready.
Okay.
Okay? All right, you have 45 seconds. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Yes, I think hard work is necessary to be successful, but it's not all. It's not always, I think 80% of hard work and 20% of luck is related to be successful. For example, there's a word for turntable hit. A hit song was made by radio in the past, and songs were chosen in heavy rotation became a hit song. But a 20% hit song, even though it was chosen the heavy rotation, it fails. So you need to be right time in the right place to be successful. Yeah, that's it. That's all.
Okay, all right. So, all right, let's go to our question here. Okay, so when people succeed, it's because of hard work. Luck has nothing to do with it. Okay, so the easiest way to answer this question, if you're taking the TOEFL test, is to choose one or the other. Okay, if you split it down the middle, it's much more challenging to explain your position. Okay, so that's what you did here. You said, well, it's a little of both. Okay, if you say, well, it's a little of both, remember you only have 45 seconds to make to explain it, and you have to explain both sides of it. So you're going from 2 reasons to the 2 reasons, but you have 2 explanations to give on both sides of it. Okay, so that's what if you're planning on taking the TOEFL test, choose one or the other. Okay, really, they don't care about your opinion. They don't care. Okay, they want to see if you know how to answer a question quickly. Okay, and to see if it makes sense. All right, so when you're practicing with these questions, practice both sides. I agree or I disagree. Think of responses for both sides of things. Okay. All right, so and that's the advice that I would give you, Ken, if you were planning on taking TOEFL. Okay. Now with your example here, okay. Well, at the very beginning, okay, it took you 18 seconds to get through your introduction. Your introduction should be very short. Okay. You could have said, if you wanted to take a stance on both, you could say, in my view, it requires both hard work and luck to be successful. Done. Okay, that's all you need to say for a couple of reasons. Okay, then you go into your reasons. Okay, but if you go in and speak too much, remember, less is more. Less is more. Choose fewer words to say the same thing. Okay. Now your example here was with a hit song. Okay, you had said, okay, well, some songs they become successful because of heavy rotation. That's luck. Okay, and hard work has nothing to do with that. That's luck. It's whether or not the DJ decides to play it. Okay, on the other side, okay, the song has to be good enough. Okay, that's the hard work part. Okay, but you didn't have enough time at the very end to fully develop that last idea. That's why I'm saying that it's more challenging to do that. If you were to decide and say, okay, I agree. I agree that hard work makes people successful for a couple of reasons. Now you're just talking about hard work. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you could say, and you could use the example of the radio, okay, or of a hit song. That's okay, but basing it off of one idea.
Yeah, I wanted to say, hard work for the promoters. I mean, not the musician in this case.
Okay, all right.
I cannot fully explain that part.
Yeah, and that's the issue when you take both sides. So if you choose one side or the other, it's much easier to answer. Okay. All right, very good. So let's see, we have Kratka, I think. Kratika.
Yes. Hi, teacher.
Hi. How do I pronounce your name properly?
Kratika. Kratika.
Kratika. Where are you from?
I'm from India, but presently I'm living in the United States, in state
Okay.
Indiana.
Okay, in Indiana. Okay, so you
Yes.
changed India for Indiana. Not
Yes.
too much. No, just kidding. Uh, very nice. Okay, so are you preparing for TOEFL right now?
Yes, I'm preparing for TOEFL very long, and I need to score 26 in speaking.
Ah.
I took my TOEFL test last time in the month of February,
Uh-huh.
and I got 24 in speaking.
Okay.
And like I need two more, so it was like I wasn't fluent, and there's some pronunciation problems, so I'm still trying for that.
Okay. All right. Very good. Yeah. So okay. Well, let's go through this one. You want to be timed on the 15 seconds?
Yes.
Okay. Here we go. Some people prefer to get up early in the morning and start the day's work. Others prefer to get up later in the day and work until late at night. Which do you prefer? Use specific reasons and examples to support your choice. You have 15 seconds. You have 45 seconds to answer the question. 3, 2, 1, go.
In my view, I would prefer to get up early and start my work, and it is because of two specific reasons. Firstly, I would be fresh on that time, and I can complete all my tasks properly. For example, when I was in my high school, I used to get up very early in the morning, and then I used to exercise and go to my school, and used to finish all my tasks on time till the evening. Secondly, it will be good for health. For example, when I was in my graduation, I used to get up early in the morning, and so that I would be healthy and can complete all my tasks with all my dedication and all my good efforts. So that is why I would prefer to get up early in the morning.
Okay, nice job. All right, so okay, with your answer, your structure was awesome. Okay, no problems with your structure. Grammar wise, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we had. Okay, so you said I would be fresh on that time. Okay, I would be
Mm-hmm.
fresh at. I would be
At
fresh at that time. Okay.
okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I would exercise till the evening. Okay, you can say till the evening. I would exercise from morning till evening. I would give me some relation to a point, because if you just say till the evening,
Mm-hmm.
in my mind you're exercising all day long. Okay,
Yeah, I got it. I
but yeah,
totally
give me a starting point. Okay, give
okay.
me a starting point. That helps my mind. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
On your other one, okay, you said good for health. Okay. Oh, and then I was in the middle of writing, so all my. Oh, I didn't catch the last part. Okay. So it's good for my health. Oh, you said all my. I was writing all my, and then it ended. Ah. Okay, I'll try and grab it on the last one. Now, with your pronunciation, okay,
Mm-hmm.
that is going to be the biggest thing. So I wrote down exercise because it was a hard one to understand. You also have the word health, okay, that was hard to understand as well, okay,
Okay.
because you were
Mm-hmm.
saying health, okay. So
Okay.
what you need to understand about your native language is that all of your sounds happen in the back of your mouth. Okay,
Okay.
so when you say exercise, my voice travels forward in the mouth, and all of the words and the sounds they travel forward. When you say exercise, it's exercise, and it's in the back of your mouth. Okay, so it effectively traps the sound back there. Okay, you have to
Mm-hmm.
push it forward. Okay, so your
Mm-hmm.
R's have to come forward, your T's, your D's. Okay,
Okay.
so
Mm-hmm.
saying fresh at that time, okay, would sound fresh at that time. Time. So your tongue has to come forward. Time. Fresh. I would feel fresh at that time. Okay? So
Okay.
your T's and D's and R's, you have to move your tongue forward in your mouth so that people are able to understand you better. Okay?
Okay.
Okay? Yeah, but your reasons and examples were just fine. Everything was good. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, very good,
Thank
very good.
you.
Okay,
Thank you.
let's see here. Xiomara, is your microphone working yet? Nope, okay. Let's go to Amparo. Okay, all right. Now we're going to be doing the time, you guys. Okay? All right, so, okay, you have a little bit of extra time because I'm going to be copying and pasting. Okay, for those of you who want the question. All right, so here we go. Some people prefer to eat at food stands or restaurants. Other people prefer to prepare and eat food at home. Which do you prefer? Use specific reasons and examples to support your answer. You have 15 seconds.
Okay.
Time?
I prefer to eat food at home because I know what are the ingredients that I am using. I prefer to go to buy the things at the supermarket and choose the products. And so in that way, I am sure that the food that I'm eating is healthy. And the second place is my second reason is that it's cheaper than eating at outside. And sometimes at the restaurants or in stands, you don't know how many days they have this food just keep on the refrigerator. So that is why I prefer to eat at home because it's healthy and safe.
Okay. All right, pretty good, pretty good. Okay, so, all right, so I know. Okay, so your reasons, two reasons were, I know the ingredients and it is cheaper. Okay, now your explanation or your example on the first one was pretty good. Okay, it had to do with what you were talking about. One of the phrases that you said here is you said, "In that way, I am sure." Okay, so you wouldn't need to say "in that way." Okay, in that way, I'm sure. Just say that way. That way, I'm sure, or that way, I know. Okay, so no need for the word in. Okay, there. Okay. Now, your second example, okay, you didn't talk about it being cheaper. You talked about how many days the food was going to be out in the stand. Okay, so make sure that if you give me a reason, it being cheaper, you mention it. Okay, if I go to eat at a stand or at a restaurant, it costs me much more money than if I were to go to the restaurant, go to the store and find the food myself. I'll be able to save much more money. Okay, a lot more money. Okay, so explain it that way instead of you don't know how long it's been out in the stand. Okay, but the order of operations was good. Okay, you had a beginning. One beginning. You had your middle section and the conclusion. One thing that I would add in there though, it's always good. It's your segue or your transition. Okay, for a couple of reasons or for two very important reasons, something like that. That'll take you from your intro into your reasons. Okay. All right. Good. Nice job. Nice job.
Okay.
All right. Let's go to who is next after her? I think. Hogan, did you go next after her? I can't remember.
Yeah, I think I'm the second, I guess.
Okay, very good. All right, so Hogan, let's see here. Let's see. Okay. Let me copy and paste this real quick. Do you agree or disagree with the following statement? Watching television is bad for children. Use specific details and examples to support your answer. You have 15 seconds. Remember, I copied and pasted the question in the chat box. Here's 15. Okay, you have 45 seconds to answer. 3, 2, 1, go.
I strongly agree that the watching TV for children is bad for following two reasons. The first, watching TV for children, they spend a lot of time on TV. They do not have much time to work on other stuff like studying and reading. For example, my son once watched a lot. Even he liked to watch the commercial as well. The second, um, if you watch TV a lot, then you have no ability to think yourself. Uh, so you would be very passive. So you have to really have to think yourself. That's why the two reasons of I strongly agree that the watching TV is not good for children.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, at the very end there, you're like, oh, no, 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 the time, it's
No,
going,
yeah, our time.
no!
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, all right. Okay, so, all right, you followed the structure a little bit more this time. That was good. I like that, okay? Now, I need for you to shorten your introduction and shorten your reasonings. Okay, so you said at the very beginning, I fully agree that to watch TV is bad. Okay, it's not going to be to watch TV, it's going to be watching TV. Watching TV is bad for children. Okay, so add that in there. So watching.
Watching
Okay,
TV.
all right. The other part here. Okay, watching TV for child can be all right. So this is when you get into your reasons. Okay, so first, okay, I would have said children spend too much time watching TV. Done. That's it. For example, okay, so children spend too much time watching TV and not doing other things. For example, my son, he likes to watch TV all day long. He even watches the commercials. Okay, if he didn't do that, he could spend more time reading and studying and becoming better at school. Done. That's your example.
Wow. Yeah.
Okay,
I like it.
so two sentences. First sentence, okay, that's the who, where, or when. Okay, and then the why is the second part that points up to why you said what you said before. It supports your reason. Okay. Okay, the next part. Okay, you said if you watch TV, it makes you have no ability to think yourself. Okay, so let's take a look at the grammar on this one here briefly. Okay, you have no ability. Okay, to think yourself. All right, so we're actually speaking in the future because you are using conditional. If you watch too much TV, you won't. Okay, so we're using first conditional here. You won't have the ability to think. Now we say for yourself instead of yourself. You won't have the ability to think for yourself. Okay, for instance. Okay, now you were running out of time and you were kind of rushing this last part here. Okay, if you would have shortened your introduction and shortened your examples or your reasons, okay, you would have had more time for your examples. Okay, and when you give your examples, especially that first one, leave it at 2 sentences. Okay, then move on to the other one. Okay, it takes practice. You'll get there though. Okay.
Right. Thank
All
you.
right. Nice job. Okay, let's go to Herman.
Okay.
All right, brother. Okay, let me make sure I'm all set here. 15, 45, 15. Okay, good. Okay, let's see here. Okay. Okay, so some people prefer to work for a large company. Others prefer to work for a small company. Which would you prefer? Use specific reasons and details to support your choice. You have 15 seconds to prepare. You have 45 seconds to answer the
Okay.
question. Go.
I prefer to be or to work in a large company. The reason one is because you can get more stability and you can develop yourself. For example, I used to work in a small company and this company was sold, so I had to find a new job. And the second reason is because you have more coworkers and you can learn from them, you can share a good time. For example, I made some friends in my last work and I'm still in touch with them. We used to have dinners or something. That's where the reason that I prefer to work in a large company.
Okay. All right, pretty good. All right, nice job at following the structure. You guys have really caught on, and you're feeling a little bit more comfortable. Okay, very nice. So, okay, let's take a look at first up some grammar points. Okay, you can get more stability. Okay, all right. So typically when we're talking about stability, we don't get it. Okay, you can have more stability. Okay, is probably what I would use. So you can have stability. You can become more stable, maybe. Become more stable. Okay. Now, you actually gave me two reasons on that first one. Okay, you said you can get more stability and you can develop yourself. All right. So stick with one. Stick with one, because I was waiting. I actually thought that develop yourself was the second reason, and that you had mentioned both of them at the very beginning. Then you were going to give me the examples. So stick with one. Okay. Now, with your example, you had said that I started working at a company, and let's see here. You were working there for a while, and you didn't get fired or something like that, right?
The company was sold.
The other company was sold. Okay, so and that was because was that a smaller company?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So okay, mention that. All right. So, for example, a while ago I was working at a smaller company, and the company eventually got sold. Right? It was sold to a larger company. If I would have been working at a larger company, for example, the one that bought them, I would have had a job still. Okay. So you can make the relation that way. Okay.
Okay.
The other one here, you said more coworkers. You have more coworkers to interact with. Okay. Okay. Here you said you can share a good time. Okay. All right. Here we can't say that. You can share a good time. You can spend good times together, or you can spend time together. Okay. You can have a good time. That's one way to say that. Have a good time. Okay. Instead of share. Okay. And then in my last work. Okay, it would be at my last job, okay, or at in my last position, something like that, but not at my last work.
Okay.
Okay. At my last job. Okay, but your structure was much better this time around. Your examples made sense. Okay, and yeah, so we'll come back around. We'll do some more of these classes so you guys can prepare. Okay. All right. So we have, I think it's Mustafa, Kratika. I'm going to mess it up. Kratika, I think, and then Ken. So let's see if we can get through this. Okay. So Mustafa.
Okay.
All right, buddy. Okay. Oh, that's a big one. Okay. Here we go. Should government spend more money on improving roads and highways, or should government spend more money on improving public transportation, buses, trains, and subways? Why? Use specific reasons. Okay, use specific reasons and details to develop your, it says essay, but your answer. Okay, you have 15 seconds to prepare.
Okay. In my view, government should spend more money on improving road and highways. I think because the number of cars are increasing nowadays, so to prevent accidents. For example, many accidents has happened recently because of problems with the road and ways. Uh, other one like this one this is would be good to say for safety and keep the driver safe, that the driver safe driving safe. So I think government should spend more money on improving roads and highways.
Okay. All right. So. Okay. All right. So roads and highways was your opinion here.
Mm.
Okay.
But I didn't give I didn't give an example for the second reason. Sorry.
Yeah, so you were doing okay. You were doing okay, but you spent just a little bit more time on the first example. Okay, so you had a couple of reasons on the first one. That's why. So the first one was was number of cars were increasing, and it was to prevent accidents. So I would have led with that. Okay, so in my view, I think government should spend money on improving roads and highways for a couple of reasons. First, this would prevent accidents. Okay, for example, there are many more cars, and there are going to be more cars here in the future. So you need to tell me how. Okay, you need to tell me how your idea of doing this is going to do that. If they improve roads and highways, okay, this will expand them and give the cars more space to travel, okay, so that they don't get into accidents. Second, this will be safer. Okay, if they're not getting into accidents, okay, so then you can lead into the accidents and give your answer that way. Okay, so cut down, get right to the point on your reason. So first, this is the reason: prevent accidents. How are they going to do this? Okay, explain to me how, and it'll get into it. Okay, then it'll give you more time for safety. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, but it was pretty good. Watch your R sounds. Concentrate. I know it's hard to do that when you're thinking and you're trying to go through that. Okay, but yeah, watch your R sounds a little bit. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Very good. Okay, Praktika, let's go to you here. Okay. Okay, so we are going to do number 2 here. It says, decisions can be made quickly or they can be made after careful thought. Do you agree or disagree with the following statement? The decisions that people make quickly are always wrong. Use specific examples and reasons to support your opinion. You have 15 seconds to prepare. You have 45 seconds to answer. In 3, 2, 1, go.
In my view, decisions shouldn't be made very quickly, and it is because of two important reasons. Firstly, if you make a decision very quickly, you can choose a wrong path. For example, when I was in my high school, I was really confused about what should I choose as my major subject. So I went to my counselor, and he guided me very well. But if I haven't gone to my counselor, I would have chosen a wrong subject as my major. Secondly, it will also reduce your confidence. For example, last year I was working in a good hospital in India, but I choose my job in a hurry and I wasn't happy with that job. So I left it in between. So that is why I would prefer going for this option.
Okay. All right, very good. Okay. All right, let's take a look at your grammar here. So we had a couple of things. Okay, so first up, I would choose the wrong path. Path is okay. You can use that. It's not a big deal. It's not a very common word that we would use. Okay, we would probably say choose the wrong direction or way to go, something like that. Okay. Now, what you said is about what should I choose for my major. Okay, that is a question. When it is stuck inside of a statement like that, you have to flip the subject and the verb. Okay? So instead of saying what should I do, what should I choose for my major? Okay? You're asking me that question, but you weren't actually asking a question. You were telling me about the question you had. So when you do that, it's what I should do or what I should choose for my major.
Okay.
Okay? So pay attention to when you're actually asking a question and when you're not asking a question.
Okay.
Okay. The next one here, maintain past tense. So one day I was walking in Italy and I did this, but I choose my job in a hurry. Okay. You should be saying chose, but I chose my job in a hurry.
Okay.
Okay? Make sure that if you are talking about something that happened in the past, you refer to it in past tense. Okay?
Okay.
Awesome. Okay, you guys. Well, thank you for coming in. It was great having you here. Okay. Don't worry. We'll do some more practices. We'll practice this question if it's the same people. And that's what's hard about these classes. Sometimes there's new people that come in, and I have to explain things again. But hopefully we can get people who have studied it, and we can just go right into practicing. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks for coming.
Thanks,
We'll see
teacher.
you.
Take care.
Bye.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bye. Thank
bye.
you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.